Hey everybody, it's Mike Kassman, and I've got a killer email that I want to share with you. Wasn't planning on doing it, but it stopped me in my tracks in my inbox and really threw me through a loop, which doesn't happen very often. I write a lot of emails for marketing, but this one really caught my attention and was a perfect demonstration of what John Carlton calls by the way selling. And the way that works is that you're having a conversation with your prospect, and then just sort of as a, oh, by the way, I've got something here that I think you'll find really interesting and it could benefit you in a lot of ways. And in that way, you sell them. It's almost like a soft sell. The idea is that because selling is an inherently confrontational transaction, in the sense that even though both people are gaining something, both people are losing something too. The prospect hands over their money to receive a product, and the seller is losing the product but gaining the money. And because of that confrontation, the by the way selling is a useful way to actually bypass those defense mechanisms. And so let's dive right in and take a look at this email. All right, before we dive in, let me give you some background to this email. I received this from Chris Orzechowski, who is a teacher and role model of mine, and he runs an agency that helps e-commerce brands write less trash email so that they can make more money and piss off less people. That's the general idea, and Chris is really good at it, and his emails are really entertaining. So if you're not on his list, even if you are not an e-commerce brand, jump on his list because they're really fun. He also does a couple of courses for email copywriters and email marketing managers, and I'm on his list for those reasons. Anyway, like I said, this is a great example of by the way selling. And let's start with the subject line. 2 $2,500 a month email retainers. This is an ideal headline for people like me who are trying to make money as an email marketer. And a retainer is a very attractive option for freelancers because, believe it or not, freelancing isn't all about the thrill of not knowing whether or not you'll be able to pay the mortgage. It's also about making a living. And so having a retainer gives you that buffer and that predictable income that most people have in their 9-to-5 salary job. Retainers are a great tool to give some happy feelings going in a freelancer. So great headline for people like me. So what's going on in the body of this email? Let's just take a quick look. One of the recent graduates of my one-person agency certification just posted the following message inside the group, and then there's a screenshot that follows. I call this a getting told email, and people typically use these for frequently asked questions or objection handling. They can also be used for testimonials, and the idea is you let other people do the talking for you. You send them an email just like, hey, person on my list, somebody just asked me this really great question, or somebody made this objection. Let me answer it. You're letting other people write your emails for you. And in this case, it's a testimonial form email. And I'll read through a little bit of it just because it's relevant. It's paving the way for what comes afterwards. And so the gist here is, I haven't been in the group lately, but I've got some good news. I quit my 9-to-5 to focus full-time on being a copywriter. I signed 2 email retainers at $2.5K a month for approximately 15 hours of work a week. Congratulations, Andrea. That's pretty awesome. I matched my previous salary working half of the time. All 3 of those are major power bullets for freelancers, especially newer freelancers who maybe haven't quite taken the leap to going full-time. Those are just, those are like Pavlov dog bells for a freelance copywriter. And again, it's not just a testimonial. We'll see what happens next. Then Chris paraphrases the whole thing and reiterates the most important points. He quit his day job. He's going to be a full-time email copywriter. He signed 2 retainers at $2,500 each. And he embellishes a little bit, even goes beyond what Andrea explained. That's $5,000 a month in recurring revenue that's going to take him 15 hours a week to deliver. That's just a freelancer's fantasy, and he's just rubbing it in at this point. Plus, he's got another 2 clients in the pipeline. This is a huge win. I can't tell you how happy this makes me, Chris says. One-person agency is changing lives. And what this does is this indirectly turns Chris into the hero, um, in a sort of mentoring sense. Obviously, the hero here is Andrea, but in an indirect way, Chris is able to position himself as I facilitated this, I helped with this, and it makes me so proud to see this. And the one person agency is changing lives. That is appealing to what I call the hidden desired benefit. You've got two types of benefits: the surface benefits and then the hidden benefits. The surface benefits are everything that we just talked about: quitting his day job, getting the retainer, having recurring revenue. But the real underlying benefit, the one that's not always quite apparent, is this is going to let you live the life you've always wanted. And so that's what Chris is going for there. My team and I are helping people just like you go from regular, ordinary copywriters to becoming in-demand email marketing managers who charge high-ticket agency prices without needing to hire a single team member. This last paragraph is appealing to an insatiable desire for freelancers to continually increase the value they're able to provide. So by saying going from regular, ordinary copywriters like me to becoming in-demand email marketing managers who charge high-ticket agency prices. It's not just about charging the high prices. It's about becoming an email marketing manager. So you're developing new skills, you're becoming a more valuable asset to your clients, and so therefore you're able to charge more money. And also it appeals to what most freelancers dread, which is hiring people to expand their business. Freelancers love being able to expand their own skills so they can do more things for their clients. And then we have the turn. So this last paragraph that we just went over, you might call the segue. Now this is the turn. Now, if you're interested in doing something similar, you should sign up for the live training I'm giving on Monday, October 3rd. That's where I was thrown through a loop because I thought he was going to promote either his email copy academy or his one-person agency program. But instead, he's promoting, you should sign up for this live training. It's called How to Become a High-Ticket Marketing Manager. You may not have realized it, but that's a by the way sell. Up until this point, it looks like a typical testimonial email. Probably, I assumed he was going to be promoting this one-person agency, but then it completely threw me through a loop. He, by the way, sold me on this free live training, How to Become a High-Ticket Email Marketing Manager. And by the way, this is the only email that he sent promoting it other than a same-day email that went out, and I think a going live email. But as far as getting people prepped, this was the only preparation. And I find that really interesting because, and this is where this email really changed the way I approach things. I was writing an email for an upcoming Q&A call with one of my clients, and I was going the typical, hey, person on the list, get ready. We're going to have this cool call. We're going to have this great doctor on. He's going to tell us about some really amazing things. And then I read this email and I was like, this is ingenious. You lead with value, and if best, you lead with some sort of letting other people do the talking for you. And then you draw a connection between that benefit to oh, by the way, if you want these benefits, you should sign up for this free course or this free training that I'm giving. It blew my mind. Maybe it's not blowing your mind. I'm geeking out a little bit, but I was mind blown at this point. Let's keep going. This training is specifically for email copywriters who want to upgrade their skills so they can manage every aspect of their client's email program instead of just writing the copy. I already touched on this, but for copywriters who want to upgrade their skills, that's every copywriter. Copywriters are addicted practically to upgrading their skills because when they upgrade their skills, they upgrade the value they provide to their clients, which means that they can demand more income. I'm going to show you how to charge 2 to 5 times more, how to close high ticket deals, case studies about closing 4 and 5 figure email marketing gigs, and the best and worst type of email sequences you can implement and why some allow you to charge 10 times more. These are all like MSG level addictive bullets for a freelancer like me who's investigating email copywriting. How to systematize your email copywriting business with simple automations, scripts, and frameworks so you can make more by working less. Making 2 to 5 times more. That's specific, and it gives you some concrete ideas of what am I doing wrong that's not allowing me to charge that much. The next bullet, how to close high ticket deals. Many freelancers get nervous about closing deals, especially high ticket ones. So that's a good bullet. The bullet after that just reinforces it. The best and worst types of email sequences. Freelancers, especially copywriters, are like golfers or crack addicts. It's like they can't help themselves but try to get the next thing. So that little tiny edge, that one little piece of wisdom that's going to put you above the rest. For golfers, it's like, oh, try this one little swing or get this little piece of equipment that will change the game and make you the best of the best. It's addictive, and Chris is tapping into that. How to systematize. So that's a big weakness for a lot of freelancers. They don't have systems and automations in place to take off a lot of the weight from their workload. And that's really a big problem, because if you're doing too much work, it's limiting your potential. You need to be doing as much work as you can, doing only the things you can do, and you systemize, automate, or outsource the rest. So Chris knows what he's talking about. And much, much more. This is going to be a game changer, especially if you're ready to take the next step in your career as an email copywriter. I love that line, because what email copywriter is not ready to take the next step? Copywriters are always ready to take the next step, always ready to move forward and level up their skills and level up their value. They're never going to stop. And so that's a really nice line. If you're tired of sitting at the kids' table and you want your clients to finally trust you with your strategy behind their email marketing, and if you want to finally develop your strategy skills so you can actually trust yourself with this aspect of the business, that is going after imposter syndrome, which is a chronic disease among freelancers, never goes away. So that's addressing a pain point there. Go here now and register for this free training. Call to action again. Sign off, Chris Orzechowski. I love this email. I think it's fantastic. It blew my mind. And like I said, I went back to the email that I was writing for my client, and I completely changed my approach to be actually pretty similar to this. So that's about it. If you liked it, give it a like. If you want to share your thoughts, drop something in the comments. I'd love to start a conversation. What do you think about by the way selling? And do you think that this email did a good job? Do you have any other examples that you like? Share your thoughts in the comments, and I can't wait to join you all in the conversation. Take care.